Welcome.
Hi.
Please proceed.
Good evening. My name is Leah Pfeiffer, and I am testifying, obviously, to express my strong opposition to Act H7539. In 2016, the town of Cumberland invited me to participate in the writing of their policy to have the rights of transgender and gender nonconforming students in public schools protected by their administration in accordance with Title IX. I spoke to their school committee during its hearing and the local news in favor of this policy, and it passed with overwhelming support. In 2017, I worked with Beacon Charter High School in Woonsocket, personally drafting and implementing a similar policy. I am glad that we seem to be in agreement that this proposal is a public disgrace and a feeble, transparent attempt on Senator Morgan's part to disguise bigotry behind heinously manipulative language. When I came out as transgender 10 years ago this August, I was going into high school, and at school, I was facing discrimination not unlike what is proposed and what would come of this bill. At home, I was facing abuse, which specifically had to do with my gender identity, an abusive parent who would not let me transition. In every aspect of my life, I was being told that I shouldn't exist and that I didn't matter. And it was not until I went to Beacon that I was able to fight for and build a support system of teachers and classmates that celebrated my identity until I felt that I did have a chance in this world and that I wanted to stay in it. Barring education on topics such as racial inequality, oppression, and sex ed intentionally creates conditions for young individuals, you could even say grooms them, to be unable to recognize when their rights are being violated and won't know how to speak up. I stand in full solidarity with people of color in their rights to learn about their histories and their ancestors' victories against systems of white supremacy. I stand with LGBTQ students and trans youth who deserve to be called by their correct name and pronouns regardless of parental support, and who deserve that same respect, freedom, and celebration in their education. Telling youth that you will not call them by their name and pronouns or recognize their rights to education, you are telling them that they do not have autonomy as young human beings, that autonomy in the self is something to be given and taken away by those with power, and that they must earn your respect and decency by conformity to your standards. We will never allow this to be the case, and we are out here to make sure of that. Thank you for your time.
Thank you for your testimony. Any questions? Thank you. Bob O'Neill. And you're opposed to the bill. Thank you. Duly noted. Thank you, Bob.